call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Serghei Spivac takes on Waldo Cortes-Acosta this Saturday at UFC 316. And this is Waldo's first test in the UFC, in my opinion. His first real test. He's only 8 fights into his career, and he's finally getting a decent, well-rounded heavyweight opponent. So I congratulate him and wish him the best in this one. But, you know, Cortes-Acosta, former, I think, professional baseball player. He's 33 years old, 6'4", with a 78-inch reach. Currently on a 4-fight winning streak. Recently took out Ryan Spann back in March of this year, so he's hopping right back in there, which is good. You know, didn't take much punishment in that fight. Kind of embarrassed Ryan Spann. Honestly, I thought he'd be a little bit better at heavyweight, but he wasn't. So his only loss in his UFC tenure was to Marcos Rogerio de Lima. And outside of that, I mean, he's 6-1 in the UFC. Hasn't fought the best competition, and I will get to that. But primarily a boxer with decent power, decent athleticism. You know, he's not awful for the heavyweight division. So, but Serghei Spivac, he is a sambo fighter with tons of high-level experience. Kind of fought the who's who of the UFC division. Definitely fought the better competition than Waldo Cortes-Acosta, and only losing to the best guys. I believe he holds the record for the highest takedown accuracy in the UFC heavyweight division at like 65%, and ranks third for the most takedowns in the division at 28. So really good sambo wrestler. Very high level jiu-jitsu with a really good submission game. Recently had a armbar submission off of his back against Marcin Tybura, which is crazy because Tybura is very underrated. I think he's very highly skilled. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt in his own right. And how often do you see 260-pound heavyweight black belts submitting other 260-pound black belts off of their back with arm bars? Absolutely crazy to see. Finisher, you know, on the feet, on the ground. His hands were looking really good in that fight with Marcin Tybura. His last fight against Jailton Almeida, you know, got taken down and got TKO'd from back mount. Wasn't the best look, but again, Jailton Almeida, he's a specialist. He's a big guy, very strong, gets guys down and kind of just, you know, does that to him a lot of the time. But Serghei Spivac, he's just one of those guys that, the fact that he was able to just judo toss Derek Lewis to the ground, get him into the case of Katami, and then get the arm triangle choke is just, something that you're not used to seeing. He's got a lot of submissions, a lot of ground and pound wins over guys. And again, he's only losing. He lost to Cyril Gahn by punches, lost to Tom Aspinall by strikes. Like, these are, the guys top 3 in the world at heavyweight. So it's like, I can excuse losses like that. Jailton Almeida, again, probably one of the best grapplers in the heavyweight division that he loses to. But, outside of that, he's getting really good wins against really good competition. And I don't think Cortes-Acosta has fought somebody as good and as experienced as Spivac. So that's why I'm going to go with Serghei in this one. I think he can give Cortes-Acosta a run for his money on the feet. And I think he can get him to the ground and control him there and get a ground and pound win or a submission. We haven't really seen Cortes-Acosta show any type of ability to get up or any jiu-jitsu. Honestly, his last fight that he faced primarily a grappler was Marcos Rogerio de Lima. He got 3 takedowns and ended up getting the decision win. So since then, he's fought Lucas Bursky, who was 8-3 at the time, now 9-6. He fought Andrei Arlovsky, won by decision, couldn't even get him out of there, and Andrei Arlovsky was 45 years old. Robelis D'Espana, primarily a striker who ended up being not as good as we thought he was, and he had to wrestle him to win that fight. And then Ryan Spann, that's just Ryan Spann. I don't rate that win at all. Before that, Chase Sherman, Chase Sherman was able to get takedowns, beats Jared Van Dare. Like, these are bottom of the barrel heavyweights that I think Serghei Spivac runs through. And so I think Serghei Spivac gets this one done. I think he's, like I said, I think he's got the striking to really put Acosta on notice. I think he could TKO him or, KO him on the feet just by how he looked on the feet against Marcin Tybura. And I think if and when he gets it to the ground, I don't think Costa's going to have an answer for it. I think he's going to be light years ahead of him in terms of the grappling ability. Again, he's fought the much better competition, guys that are, much better than Acosta. And I don't think Acosta is going to bring anything to this fight against Spivac that he hasn't seen before. So I'm going to go with Spivac to get this one done. I think he can get Cortes-Acosta out of there within the distance. Thanks.